everybody. How
Hi.
y'all
Hi, Dr. Nick. Sorry. You you know that reference, The Simpsons? You watch The Simpsons?
Oh yes.
No.
Don't. Oh my god, I love the Simpsons.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
let's get it.
Throwback. Happy Tuesday. It's going up on a Tuesday. Um,
Oh, girl. You
and
so
we are
old.
coming to y'all today. I know I'm so old. Whatever. We are coming to y'all today. Yeah, because this is the day that we coming to y'all. So
Because this is the day that the Lord has made.
mm, we shall what?
Mhm. Rejoice
Rejoice.
and be
Rejoice.
glad in it. Oh,
And
Lord.
be glad in it. You know
As
you
you can
gotta
see, she is not the singer of the pair.
I not necessarily. I can still carry a tune now. Don't
Yeah, oh yeah.
but
Collectively, yes.
no. But she's a singer. She's a singer. I just do the faces. If you've ever gone to church, especially a black church, I just do the you know it's the whole thing. Audio, you can't hear me. Sorry, but I mean you can't see me. But yeah, it's the faces that the choir members make with the vibrato, shaking
Yeah,
chin,
yeah. What you call the
sing it
vibrator?
now. I said the vibrato. What you call it? The
Vibrato?
vibrato.
He got that vibrato.
I'm going back to school.
With the vibranium. You better
Which
sing that
I
vibranium. Miss Wilson.
you say vibranium. I just pronounced it wrong. I'm going back to school. I'm going
Mhm,
back to school. Thank you very much.
mhm.
Ladies
Yeah,
and
yeah.
gentlemen, finish your college degree. It's necessary. Um now on
Lord
today's
help us.
episode, we got some things to get into. First of all, thank y'all for taking our time to listen to us, to watch us, to do all the things. And
Mhm,
yesterday was a very important day. It was April 8th. It was the day
mhm.
of the eclipse. Boom,
Girl,
boom. Some people got in
crazy.
totality, like
Mhm,
Alicia, and some people in Chicago, like me, right? Because she's in Arkansas right now. So
mhm.
we got it 94%. So I was able to see, like with the eclipse glasses, I was able to see it. It did get a hint dark, but not too much. But it was beautiful. It was such an
Mm.
amazing God feeling, like God moving feeling. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you have to take some time to really breathe it in. So, with that being stated, I wanted to ask Alicia, how did you feel? Because you got it in the totality, the dark and then light. Then the
Girl, yeah, it was so strange. It legit got, like I was telling Dee Dee, like I was telling you, like I did a time lapse video and I think I briefly watched it and you can see it's like daytime to night and then daytime
mm,
again. I think we had like 3 minutes of darkness, like complete darkness. And it was so strange because it's like where we are, where our house is, excuse me, where our house is, it's like the sun sets behind us, so it sets in the west. So but the back of our house is the west. So yeah,
mhm.
rising in the east, sets in the west. Yeah, and so girl, we were looking and we saw the what's it called, the eclipse, but it looked like dusk. Matter of fact, it looked like dusk everywhere, and it was so strange, and it was like that, that orange, purplish, pink hue, like sunset. It looked like that all around us, and
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, like the
what?
diamond. I think they call it like the diamond. The was I think because it's like you could see the planets too. It's like when that happens, it's called the diamond in the sky. I believe. Let me go Google it, but it's called the diamond something. But go ahead.
Probably. I don't know, girl, but it was very eerie, and I kicked my kids out yesterday in the backyard because I was like,
Mm,
okay, well, because first of all, I don't know if it's just because Little Rock is more slow motion, but girl, they had everything shutting down. All the daycares was closed, all the schools was closed because they expected such an influx of people. But my
Mm.
husband, he went out, and Felix, he went out, and I think he was out and about. He was like, it wasn't even that bad. And so anyway, so the kids were here. I kicked them out. So I was okay, well, let me at least get some stuff done. Girl, I'm looking. We had little special glasses and everything, and I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
outside, and it was like I think the high was like 84 yesterday. It was really
Wow.
nice, and it's so strange because when they went out outside about. I want to say they went out like probably about 12 o'clock, 12ish, and it was really hot. It was very very hot, and so, but I mean, yeah, it was hot enough. But by the time like the partial eclipse started, I
Mm-hmm.
think at like one something. I don't remember. I'll screenshot it somewhere. But
Okay.
one something is like you would, and as it was slowly coming, like the moon was covering up the sun, you saw like everything kind of getting dark, and then it's like you felt the temperature drop, and it was so strange, and the dogs was howling next to us, like it was two dogs.
They
Girl,
talked.
they was howling.
They said that. They said like that you should keep your animals in because the animals can feel when like they
Mm-hmm.
can feel it before it comes on and they're gonna react.
Girl, I'm just like, okay, please. I think they eventually took them in or something, but because they stopped barking after a while. But
Okay.
girl, it was like we saw it, and it's just like you see it. I'm looking in the backyard, and it's so bright, and then I turn around. You look maybe 30 minutes later, it's like gray, and it's like just kind of dimming, like dimming. And so my daughter, she's back and forth, like, "Mommy, look." And so you put the glasses on, like you see, like the sun looks like the moon, like the crescent,
Right.
and then like right before totality, you could look up, and like you they said that you weren't supposed to look at it at all until complete totality without the glasses, but you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
see it at all with the glasses on. The totality, you couldn't see anything. And so like right before it hit the little sliver, like you can look up and you see the sun shining, like beaming behind the sun. And I'm just looking, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And you looking around you, it's slowly getting darker. Like just you could see like
Ooh,
the
Jesus.
color coming. And I was just like, girl, I started tearing up. Like it's wild because you just sitting there looking, and it's like, what? What? Like I'm seeing this with my eye, like with my eyes, and it's so strange. It's such a strange sensation, and it's like it's nighttime. Everywhere you're looking, it's like 7 o'clock at night. That's what it's looking like. But mind you, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's and like you can't do anything but sit there and just be like in awe. Like, what? And it was so pretty. And I tried to take a picture of it, and it does the cameras don't do it justice. And
Yeah.
it's like you see it, and it's like it's so strange, but it's like you have to see it for yourself. It's like you see the beams of light coming from around the perimeter. I think it's called Someplace or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I probably am. But and then I also saw like it was like a little red spot on like the bottom half of the eclipse,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's the solar flare. I don't know, but it was red. I remember seeing that red spot. I'm just like, Mata, do you see that? Like talking to my daughter, like, do you see that? And she was like, yeah, I see the red spot. I'm just like, yeah, okay, so I'm not tripping. And it was just very strange. And so we sat there and just stared at it, and it was just like you could hear people. I don't know why, but people around here popping firecrackers and some other stuff. And I'm just like, for what? Why? Like, but you can hear everybody collectively like, wow, my girl, it was so stupid. But mind you, like we're at our
She
house.
said,
You could hear,
wow.
yeah, girl, we could hear. Because I was like, am I hearing people? It's like, oh, wow. Like you could hear people just like exclaiming like from all around us and like off in the distance. And it's just something that's so wild to witness. And then you look up and you see it like moving past. It's like, oh, put your glasses back on. But it was so crazy. It was so gorgeous. It's like you can't explain it. Like words, You can't explain it. It's wild. And then the temperature went right back up. Like, girl. Oh, like,
Woo. Yeah, I can
oh,
hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah. Am I
Um,
thinking now?
Also, y'all, we're being brought to you guys today by StreamYard, so we're trying to look something different. In
Yeah,
case my
I like
my
the
visual
setup.
people gonna see that little logo up there. Shout out
Y'all
to
be
them.
all right.
Okay,
It's not
shout out to them.
sponsored, but we are using their platform.
Absolutely, yes. So, okay. Mm, mm. Yeah, that just do something to me. I was talking to one of my other friends, and she was saying she didn't really hear a lot of like newscasters talk about that type of experience, but what you just said, uh, God, oh, I could just imagine being there, like really being there in the totality of it. But almost everybody who was in the totality, whether it was like Southern Illinois or Texas or Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
the different places that did get it, and like in Mexico, ooh, that was really something. But everybody had the same exact feeling or the same exact reaction, tears, just automatic, just just tearing up.
Yeah.
And
What else
my,
can you do?
yeah, and my mom was saying, she was like, I mean, she understood when we were watching the news,
Mm-hmm.
and she was just like, everyone keeps saying it's science, and she was like, no. And I agree, because I'm like, yeah, science has a lot to do with it, as far as God created scientists. He created, like, what we call science, God already created. But we
Right.
both agree, and I do feel that a lot of people have that, they had that reaction because that is what it feels like to be that close to God.
You
That
that,
has
that's
to be.
that's it. You can't look at, like, I said something before. Like, you can't look at God. Like, that's the closest thing you're gonna get to it. But you can't use them little special glasses. You can't do it. It's
Mhm.
not gonna happen. You can't use the glasses to see Jesus. That's not gonna work. But
No.
it's I don't know. It's so indescribable. Like, I don't even know, because my daughter started talking to me when they hit, like, the when it hit totality. I was like, shh, just
Mhm.
just be quiet. Like, you want to. I don't know what this experience is. I know it's probably going to happen a few, however many years from now. But this right here, this is not normal. This is something that this is one of the only things that's going to make, at least for me, spiritually speaking, this is the closest thing I'm going to be able to. I'm gonna say closest thing, but one of the closest things that I'll be able to experience. That's like, this is God. This is Jesus. Like, I'm this big. Like, matter of fact, I'm a speck, less than a speck
Yeah.
of dirt on a beach. Like, it's so crazy. Like, for me to be able to see this, and it's just like, yo, like, and it's it's funny because, and I was in the truck this morning taking him out of the school, and I came
Mhm.
back, and it was raining, pouring down rain, cloudy as crap, and I was like, "You a wild boy, like,
Ain't it though?
Jesus,
Ain't it
look,
though?
like, girl, I'm looking like yesterday. It wasn't a cloud in the sky, not a cloud in the sky. It was supposed to be partly cloudy. It wasn't
Mhm.
not one single cloud in the sky, at least over us. And then today is like, oh girl, okay, so we can make it rain now. It's like, you all right, bro. Like, not even bro, but
Mhm.
pops, look. Like, Jesus, look. Okay, we get it. We get it. You that man.
Father.
You are the man,
Father.
father. I understand. And it's so big it's like,
Mhm.
it's so massive that you can't fathom it. Like, you can't, like, I see it, I get what's happening, but it's just like, do you really get the what's it called, the significance of this event? Like, this is God saying, hey, yeah, science, yeah, it's cool, but just understand the universe didn't do this by itself. You understand? Like, is
That
girl,
part, because a lot of people try to attribute. I said, baby, again,
the
I'm
universe
not telling you what
provides.
to. just digest exactly what you want to believe. But as for me and my house, as for me and my circle, and the people that are close to me, we believe that
Mhm.
God, and it does say in the word, right? He created the universe. So ultimately, when you say the universe, you're still saying God. Some people use it interchangeably, but I'm like, nah, let's call it what it is. It's God. And
Yeah.
just like, and I love the fact that you said you you told your daughter to be quiet because you needed her to understand
It's
when God
reverence.
is working, when you see God. It's reverence.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's what it
That's
is.
exactly what it
And
is. Be
it's
quiet.
yeah, it's major that you do that because
Yeah.
it's also teaching her that's what it like it's teaching us too. That's what it
Hmm.
means to be when God is like, I need you to listen to me. Like, can you imagine? And
Girl.
I spoke on this a little bit. Shameless plug, y'all can hear a little bit about my thoughts of the eclipse on my YouTube channel, Lisa Renee.
Oh, you posted it?
Yeah, it's gonna be up. It ain't up yet, but it's
Oh,
gonna be up. And when this is up, that's gonna be up too.
okay.
Okay, just okay. I want to make
I say,
sure that it's.
oh, you ahead of the game.
I no, but I did create it. Uh, I did do that. Just because I did want to give you guys a nice uh, body of work. Let me say that as creative people, which I think we all are creative people, kind of want to give
Hmm.
people something to look at, not just something to throw up. So
Right.
there's,
Be
but
intentional.
but I speak a little bit about that, but it going back to what we was talking about before, the reverence of it. It's like,
Hmm.
and it just came to me again. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Imagine, like, we feel like this is a once in a lifetime thing, or maybe twice in a lifetime if you're blessed long enough to live that long.
Right.
But what if it's not though? Like, what if there's an eclipse happening in our lives all the time because God is saying, "Shh, I'm working. Shh,
Ooh,
look at me. Shh, hello, hello. It's
that's
all right.
good.
That's good, ain't it?
That's good. I didn't know he was going. That's good. That's good. That's
You
good.
see
That's
that?
good.
You see. Look, I did a Randy Watson.
That's good. Yeah.
Listen, that's Holy Spirit. It just came like as I'm listening to you, and then I got the natural sunlight, hitting from the window, and it's I'm. You
Mhm.
were so descriptive, and thank you so much because it made me feel like I was there. Um, and just imagining it, like, and for it to be complete
Yeah.
darkness in 3 minutes, for 3 minutes, which probably felt like an eternity. You just sitting there, and
Crazy.
you're wondering, like, okay, now, like, because that's to me what stood out. There wasn't an anxiousness, and this is how I want to connect it. When we have those moments in life, we get anxious, but
Hmm.
when the eclipse happened, there was nothing but peace that was over you. So
Hmm.
what if you take that same mentality and say every time there's a shift happening, there's a darkness, it's okay, peace, be quiet, look at me,
Yep.
keep, like, again, going back to the Bible when he talks about Peter walking on the water. God clearly wants me to just stay there because that keeps
Yeah.
coming up. But
Hmm. Just shut up and
shut up,
pay
right?
attention.
That's it.
That's
And look
it.
at me, and you marvel at him.
Yeah.
But then, and just like you said, because isn't that something too, when you are walking with God, when you are allowing God to move in your heart, move in your body, your spirit, your life,
Hmm.
that is exactly what happens. What was is no longer, and there's a change that happens. So when it
Yeah.
went dark and it went right back to sunlight, that's what happens every time you go to God immediately. Every time you reverence Jesus, every time you say, Lord, I want to give you me, messed up, broken, lovable, and
Hmm.
all, the good, the bad, the ugly, and indifferent, and you let him
Yeah.
see all of that, he literally will interchange you that way. And he'll show
Yeah.
you that, like, why you were created to worship him. And by him doing
Hmm.
that, by him loving you so much like that, it's like while you're in your darkness, you love him and you thank him. So then when the sun comes back up and life isn't lifing as much for you as it used to be,
Mm-hmm.
you now have this reverence to worship him so much that it becomes easier to worship him when it's daylight, just like it was easy to worship him in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes we forget as a people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's removing her headset. I don't know. You muted now. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, y'all. Well, listen. We just having a little technical difficulties. If you are listening, Alicia just lost audio, but we coming back. She gonna be back in. Her device is not connected right now, so bear with us, y'all. Bear with us. Oh, I didn't know y'all could see all of that. Oh. For my visual people, you seeing some background. But anywho, yeah, while we waiting on my sister Pooh to come in. Oh, wait a minute. I think she jumped in. I think she's jumping back. Maybe should be back in just a minute. But yeah, so it's we're talking about the eclipse today and the effects that it has on you and how it's spiritually supposed to move you, how it's spiritually supposed to allow you to understand what it's like to just be still in God. Y'all, even though I didn't get it in its full totality, it actually was even different for me because it's like it got a little dark. Like it was really sunny and ours came, it was like maybe 15-20 minutes. It was really sunny and then it started getting a little dark as if it was like maybe 4:30 in the afternoon, but it was really only 2 o'clock. And so when you look up at the sky, it just kind of looks like it's a little not cloudy, but like the sun is going down a bit, but it's still up. But then when you put the glasses on, and I still have my eclipse glasses actually, but when you put the glasses on, uh then you could see it. You could see the actual eclipse happening, and I could see it moving from left to right. Like if you just look at it at different parts, it was so beautiful and eerie because it was like, wait a minute. When I put the glasses on, I see one thing, and when I take them off, I see another. And that's what I actually talk about in my on my channel is what it's like to see things through the lens of God versus through the lens of you. So, oh y'all, it was absolutely amazing. It was yeah, it was dope. So and something I want to like tell my nieces and nephews about, the ones that are too young, and I want to check in with my other nieces and nephews, the one that's older and teenagers, and just talk to them and see like how did they feel about it? Did they see it? What did they think about it? I'm actually going to call them today, and I think it's important to have that conversation with our young people, with our family, with our friends of any age, because another thing that it did, it was so beautiful. It brought people together. You had people from all different walks of life, people from all different religions, non-religions, cultures, ethnicities, diversities, sexual preferences. Like everybody was coming together, young, old, in between, to watch this wonder of the world. That that is God. He believes in community, and it's not by happen chance that he believes that, or that he ushers us into a way where we're creating community even when we think we're not, and we're so related to each other that there's really no reason to hate each other because there's so much that brings us together. um so many different lessons, but it was beautiful. I was blessed to be able to witness it, and made me think about those that have passed on as well, and even though they weren't here to witness it with us on earth, what they witnessed in heaven. Like, wow, just wow. So yeah, you all, we don't want to make this too long. We're gonna hop back in um at a different date, okay? But what I do want to do, because Alicia couldn't jump back in yet, but you will see her again on the next episode for sure. And she might kind of finish up some of her thoughts. We would love for you all to interact with us. We're going to figure out exactly how we can get that going. If I can set up a comment section in StreamYard. But even if not, we will be building things up where we have an email list. And we'd love for you all to kind of send us a few things. We'll build that up for you all. And if you're listening to the podcast, we'll also set something up where you can send things into it. Send us your thoughts. Send us how you felt. Send us some things you may want to hear or have us discuss. And we thank you all again for taking our time to let us just ramble a little bit